Hey everyone, Razbowski here, and welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's 4 information and speculation video. Today, we're going to be talking about the possibility of the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 minigame pizza location being the same one we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Now, get those butts prepared, because we're about to dive straight into this. Now, this Reddit thread originated by Duwoposaurus, and they have come up with a very interesting comparison. If you want to go and check out the Reddit thread yourself, it will be in the comments, the description below, so make sure you go and do that and give it a good thumbs up, because it is very interesting. Now, let's go through the comparisons and the similarities first, and then we'll go for the arguments against afterwards. So, as you can see here, we have got the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 mini-game location, you know, the one where we're following Shadow Freddy on the top here, and obviously you've got the Purple Man and Springtrap up in the corner. As we already know, this location has been abandoned for some time, and we know this to be the location for, or at least highly suspect, this is the location we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. However, could we be looking in Five Nights at Freddy's 4 at this place being up and running and functional? And this is what it looked like when it was in its heyday, its prime, would you say? Now, let's start on the left. As you can see, we have got Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica on the show stage, and down in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, we have got Spring Bonnie and Fredbear, or Spring Freddy, however you want to say it. Golden Freddy, even. There's so many different names for this guy. And we have got this first room here. The second room, we've got the two tables, which looks like it's some kind of party room. Everybody can sit here, eat the pizza, and we've got the same down below in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. And finally, we have got the third room over here, in which we see the exit, which, the man in the Fredbear suit is blocking just now, and we have the Purple Man in a room, whether this is the safe room or maybe just an employee changing room. We have it down here, and we also have it up on the top here, in which we see the Purple Man / Springtrap die. This could be very interesting, because as we know in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, this safe room is mentioned a lot, and it could be potentially the room we see here that could be easily blocked up, and nobody would be any the wiser. Is this what Scott was hinting at when the Purple Man was seen in Five Nights at Freddy's 4? Was this the room that Springtrap / the Purple Man was created and met their end? That would be very interesting. It does fit quite nicely together. I mean, you have got the show stage, you have got the party room, and then you have got the exit / employee break room, or you've got the maintenance room, or you've got the safe room there. It does fit quite nicely, and I do like the sound of it. We know in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 that the place has been dilapidated and abandoned for a while. We see cobwebs on the floor. Everything is looking horrible. I mean, we've got newspapers suggesting the events that happened in 1987 to do with murders, etc., and they wouldn't be up in the 90s when it is suspected we return and try and revive the Freddy Fazbear image back in the 90s. They wouldn't leave those kind of things lying around on the wall. So that is some arguments for it, and it does fit quite nicely. But there are a couple of arguments against it, and as we all know, as theorists and as people that look to explore the game, we need to look at every angle, so there are cons on this. Now, starting off again on the left, it kind of looks like there is a purple wall here. This looks, as you can see, there's a purple frame around it, which would suggest that it is quite a small diner, instead of being a very large one, as we see in this image. As you can see here, the Five Nights at Freddy's location in 1 is actually a lot larger there, and it's quite obvious that there are other rooms. However, in this image, it looks like it's blocked off to the side. So this entrance, which leads across to this room here, just doesn't exist. And now this could be argued against by saying that the stage has been twisted around, if you know what I mean, because the Fredbear and the Spring Bonnie are looking out to the right. However, they are looking down in the image above, so maybe you could get past it that way, and that's just the back wall that you see here. This wall here is the back wall that you see here, so maybe you could get away with it from there, but that is one point. The next point is the exit. As you can see over here, this kind of looks like the it kind of looks like a blocked off entrance, perhaps, where Fredbear is maybe standing. But as we know from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, that's actually one of the toilets. I can't remember if it's the male or female, but it is one of the bathrooms there. So unless you somehow go through some kind of crazy toilet portal, then I don't think that is the exit there. But I don't know. It's a little bit difficult. Maybe when you walk out of the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 location with the crying child, when you go past Fredbear, because it doesn't look like there's much of an exit there. Maybe you are going around a corner. Maybe there is an exit in between the two bathrooms, because there isn't actually on the full map here. You don't have an entrance or an exit for the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 location. So you could possibly, if Fredbear was standing here and the toilet was there, and you do go past him per se, you might be coming down here and out here. This would be a logical place for there to be an entrance or an exit beside the bathrooms, and then you would come into the areas there. So an exit could quite possibly be over here anyway, so maybe you can get around this little issue here. But it's very, very interesting. It is very, very interesting. It's nice that we're starting to piece it all together. A lot of people have suggested that the location we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is actually the missing location that we've heard about but never actually seen. You know, the one that's in between Fredbear's Family Diner and the location we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. But it's nice to compare it back to the first one, and it makes sense because they go back in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 to a location that has been, I can't remember the exact quote, left to rot, I think it is. So this would make sense. The place is covered in cobwebs, and what was this location beforehand? Where was it? A lot of people were saying that maybe that is the connection. It does make a lot of sense. There is a couple of things going against it, but I've tried to explain them and fit it in, but it is all up in the air still. But we're getting closer. I really do think we're getting closer to solving the Five Nights at Freddy's story, and in my opinion, I think it is 70% likely that this location we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is the same one we see in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. But hey, who knows? We're just looking at the evidence that's pointed in front of us. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. If you did enjoy it, then please hit that like button. It really, really is appreciated. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What location do you think it is? Maybe you've got some theories of your own. And make sure you go and check out the Reddit post and give it a cheeky upvote as well. Either way, guys, I've been Razbowski. You've been the beautiful bastards, as always, for watching. And I love each and every single one of you. Goodbye!